Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of Thursday, the 30th of March, 2017. Happy Satguruvar Day to everyone. Essence: Sweet children, this is your final birth. Therefore, renounce the vices in this final birth. Free yourself from the chains of Ravan. Free yourself from the chains of Ravan. Question: which children receive the Father's support? With which children is the Father always pleased? Answer: the children with honest hearts receive the Father's support. It is said that the Lord is pleased with an honest heart. The Father is pleased with those who put every direction of His into practice. The Father's directions are to stay in remembrance, become pure, and do service, to show others the path, to take care of yourself in the company of Shudras, and not to perform wrong actions through your physical senses. The Father is pleased with those who imbibe all of these things. Song: the heart says thanks to the one who has given it support. The heart says thanks to the one who has given it support. In Hindi, it is: मुझको सहारा देने वाले ये दिल कहे तेरा शुक्रिया. मुझको सहारा देने वाले ये दिल कहे तेरा शुक्रिया. Om Shanti. You children are listening to knowledge here. Knowledge of what? It is the knowledge. Is it the knowledge of the scriptures? No. You children know that all human beings receive knowledge of the scriptures. Here, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is giving us knowledge. None of the sannyasis who study or recite the scriptures would say this. They don't relate knowledge. In any spiritual gathering you go to, you would find human beings sitting there. They would be called Shastriji, Panditji, or Mahatmaji. The name is connected with a human being. Here, you children know that it is not a human being who is giving you knowledge, but that it is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who is giving it through a human being. These things are not said at any other spiritual gatherings. These things are not even in the intellects of those who give lectures. The one giving us knowledge is not a human being or a deity. Although the deity religion doesn't exist at this time, the names of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, who are residents of the subtle region, are remembered. Lakshmi and Narayan, etc., are human beings with divine virtues. At this time, all are human beings with devilish traits. No human beings consider themselves to be souls, that the Supreme Soul is giving them knowledge through so and so. They believe that such and such a Mahatma or such and such a Shastriji, that is, a priest, is relating a story to them or relating the Vedas, scriptures, or Gita to them. The Father says, I do not tell you anything of such scriptures. You consider yourselves to be souls, and then you say, O purifier, come. He is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness for all. He is the bestower of peace for all, the bestower of liberation and liberation in life for all. That is, Mukti and Jivan Mukti. He cannot be a human being. People wake up early in the morning and perform so much devotion. Some sing devotional songs and relate religious stories. That is called the path of devotion. Those who are on the path of devotion don't know what the path of devotion is. Here, there is only devotion everywhere. Here, there is only devotion everywhere. Knowledge is the day and devotion is the night. When there is knowledge, there is no devotion, and when there is devotion, there is no knowledge. The copper and iron ages are devotion, and the golden and silver ages are the fruit of knowledge. Only that ocean of knowledge gives the fruit. What fruit would God give? Fruit means the inheritance. God would give the inheritance of liberation and also take you back with Him to the land of liberation. At this time, there are so many human beings that there isn't enough space for everyone to live in. There isn't enough food, and this is why God has to come. Ravan makes everyone impure, and then the purifier comes and purifies everyone. The one who purifies you is separate from the one who makes you impure. You now know who it is that makes the pure world impure and who makes the impure world pure. People say, "O purifier, come." They call out to the one. The sustainer of all is one. There are no vicious beings in the golden age. Impure means someone who indulges in vice. Sannyasis don't indulge in vice, and this is why they are not called impure. It is said that a pure soul is one who has renounced the 5 vices. The number 1 vice is lust. Sannyasis also have a lot of anger. They renounce their wives because they believe that it is impossible for men to remain viceless in their company. They believe that that is the purpose of marriage. There isn't that law in the golden age. The father explains, "Children, there is no one impure there. The praise of the deities is that they are full of all virtues and completely viceless." The kingdom of Ravan begins from the copper age. The father himself says, "Conquer lust. Remember me and the pure world, and you won't become impure anymore. I have come to establish the pure world, and secondly, all of you are Brahmins, children of the one father, and you are therefore brothers and sisters. Until this sits in your intellects very clearly, you won't be able to be free from the vices. Until you become a child of Brahma, it is very difficult to become pure. You won't receive help. Okay, put aside Brahma. You say that you are children of God, and because you are in the corporeal form, you are brothers and sisters. So then, you mustn't indulge in vice. Everyone says that they are the children of God, and the Father says, "Children, I have come." Those who have come and now belong to me are brothers and sisters. The creation of brothers and sisters takes place through Brahma, and so they cannot indulge in vice. The Father says, "This is your last birth. Renounce this vice for 1 month. Sannyasis renounce this and go into the forests. You renounce it to go to the pure world. Sannyasis don't have any temptation. Householders give them a lot of respect, but they don't become worthy of being worshipped in a temple. Deities are worthy of being worshipped in temples because both their souls and bodies are pure. We cannot receive pure bodies here. This is an impure tamopradhan body. Even the 5 elements are impure. There, souls are pure, and the 5 elements are also pure and satopradhan. Souls are now tamopradhan, and the elements are also tamopradhan, and this is why there are floods, storms, etc. that continue to take place. To cause anyone sorrow is tamoguni. In the golden age, the elements don't cause any sorrow. At this time, the intellects of human beings are tamopradhan. Everyone definitely has to go through the stages of sato, rajo, and tamo. How else would the world become old so that the one who makes it new can come? The Father says, "Children, Now become pure. In this last birth, free yourselves from the chains of Ravan. You have been impure for half the cycle due to following the dictates of Ravan. That is a very bad habit. The greatest enemy is lust. Some even indulge in vice at a young age because of having such company. Times are such. Everyone definitely has to become impure. There is also the part of the religion of renunciation because they save the world a little from completely burning away. Now, only you children know the drama. Although they say that it has been so many years since Christianity was established, they don't know when it will end. They say that the Iron Age has to continue for 40,000 more years. Therefore, Christianity and all other religions would continue to increase in number for another 40,000 years. Now, after just 5,000 years, they haven't any space left, and so who knows what would happen in 40,000 years. They have written many told stories in the scriptures. This is why hardly anyone understands anything or follows Srimad at every step. It is very difficult to follow Srimad. You are now becoming Lakshmi and Narayan, whom the whole world worships. Only you know this, and that too is number-wise. The Father says, now remember me and remember your home. You quickly remember your home, do you not? When a person returns home from his travels after 8 or 10 years, he becomes very happy that he is now going back to his birthplace. That journey is for a short time, and this is why you don't forget your home. Here it has been 5,000 years, and this is why you have completely forgotten your home. The Father has now told you, children, this is an old world, and it has to be set on fire. Not a single one will remain. Everyone has to die, and this is why you mustn't have any love for this decayed world and decayed body. For 5,000 years you have been changing your body. You have changed your body 84 times. The Father now says, your 84 births have now been completed, and this is why I have come. Your part has ended, and so everyone's part has ended. Imbibe this knowledge. You have all the knowledge in your intellects. By becoming knowledgeful through the Father, you become the masters of the whole world, and even the world becomes new. All the activities of the path of devotion have to end. Then not a single one will remain who would say, O Prabhu. The words, O Rama, O Prabhu, only emerge in sorrow. These words will not emerge in the Golden Age because there is no question of sorrow there. So, why should you not follow the directions of such a Father whom you have been remembering? By following God's directions, you will become constantly happy. If, while understanding this, someone doesn't follow Srimad, he would be considered to be a great fool. There is the difference of day and night between God's directions and devilish directions. Now, judge for yourself in which direction you should go. On Maya's side, there is nothing but sorrow. On God's side, there is happiness for 21 births. Now, whose directions should you follow? The Father says, follow Srimad if you want to. The first thing is to conquer lust. Even before that, remember me. Those old bodies have to be renounced. You now have to return home. At this time, I am aware that I am shedding the old skin of 84 births. There, in the Golden Age, you understand that you will shed your old bodies and go into childhood again. There has to be the great destruction of this old world. These things are not mentioned in the scriptures. The Father sits here and explains to you personally. If you pay attention to all of these things, it is your great fortune. This is so easy. Baba cannot understand why, in spite of that, you forget your sweet home and your sweet kingdom. Why don't you remember them? Children become dirty by being influenced by bad company. Baba says, children, you will have many dirty thoughts, but don't perform such actions through your physical senses. Don't commit sin and then write, Baba, I performed this sinful act. Forgive me. You performed a sinful act. There will therefore be 100-fold punishment accumulated. Firstly, there is punishment accumulated for not telling Baba. At this time, you can tell who becomes as sinful as a Jamil. Anyone who goes into God's lap and then indulges in vice shows that he is as great a sinner as a Jamil and cannot stay without vice. The dirtiest place of all is the cinema. You should run away from any vice. Brahmins are viceless and so keep the company of Brahmins. You become unhappy in the company of Shudras. You have to act for the livelihood of the body, but you mustn't commit any sin through the physical senses. You have created a creation and so you have a responsibility. You have to make them earn a true income. It is good to teach something to little children. By remembering Shiv Baba, you will receive help. The Lord is pleased with an honest heart. Only the children who have honest hearts receive support from the Father. No one in the world can now be a support for anyone else. A support is for taking you to happiness. People only remember the Supreme Soul for Him to come and give everyone peace. In the Golden Age, everyone is happy. All the rest of the souls live in the land of peace. Bharat was heaven and everyone was a master of the world. There was no peacelessness or violence there. It must definitely have been Baba who created that new world. They must have received their inheritance from Baba. How? No one understands that. That is called the kingdom of Rama. It is not like that now. It was that, but not anymore. The Bharat that was worthy of worship has become a worshipper, and it definitely has to become worthy of worship again. You are now making effort. God Shiva speaks. The Sri Krishna soul is listening to this in his last birth. He will then become Krishna again. Wake up early in the morning and remember Baba. That time is very good and the vibrations are also pure. When the soul becomes tired at night, he says, I am now becoming detached. You should also have your intellects connected in yoga there while being here. Wake up at Amrit Vela and you will also be able to remember Baba during the day. This is an income. The more you remember Baba, the more you will become a conqueror of sinful action and also be able to imbibe. Those who become pure and stay in remembrance will be able to do service. When you follow directions, Baba is pleased with you. First of all, do service to show everyone the path. In order to show people the path to yoga, you will give them knowledge. Your sins will be absolved by staying in yoga. Together with this, also spin the cycle. Become Roop and Basant. Roop is the form and Basant is the essence. Roop is the embodiment of yoga and Basant is the one who showers knowledge, and points will continue to emerge. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. The essence for dharana. Point number 1. Remove your attachment from this decayed world and decayed body and remember the father and the home. Protect yourself from the company of Shudras. Point number 2. In order to become a conqueror of sinful action, wake up at Amrit Vela and stay in remembrance. Practice becoming detached from your body. The blessing or vardhan is, may you experience the happiness of success by using every second and every treasure in a worthwhile way and thereby becoming an embodiment of success. Again, may you experience the happiness of success by using every second and every treasure in a worthwhile way and thereby become an embodiment of success. The special way to become an embodiment of success is to use every second, breath, and treasure of yours in a worthwhile way. If you wish to experience total success in your thoughts, words, deeds, relationships, and connections, continue to use everything in a worthwhile way and let nothing go to waste. Use everything for yourself and for other souls, and you will automatically continue to experience the happiness of success, because to use something in a worthwhile way means to achieve success at the present time and also to accumulate for the future. Slogan: when no attraction attracts you, even in your thoughts, you would then be said to be close to perfection. Again, when no attraction attracts you, even in your thoughts, you would then be said to be close to perfection. Om Shanti.